think.
So do I.
Alright, Kara.
Dash.
I'll go. I just really liked when we did all those like team bonding moments in the hotels. I thought it was just really fun to get to know everyone.
That was a lot of fun. The stuff that happens off the court is almost as much fun as the stuff that sometimes more fun when it comes to travel basketball, and it really helped you come out of your shell and be comfortable with the group. That was cool. So those of you who don't know, in my huddles during halftime, I talk for about half the time. And then I turn it over to them because I need to hear what they're seeing on the court, and I expect them to say something just like today. So thanks, Mom.
Oh yeah.
Ash.
I loved when we did the escape room
That was
in
fun.
Indianapolis.
That was fun.
That was fun.
So you could actually steal the real Mona Lisa now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you were the ninja, and that was fun. She got through. I don't know if everybody knows what an escape room is, but we did that in Indianapolis, and Ashley had to go through the lasers, and she didn't touch one laser. And if she had touched the laser, it would have set us back 2 minutes, and security would have came in. So she was able to wind her way. I don't even know how she did it, but never touched the laser and stole the Mona Lisa for us. It was a lot of fun. Claire.
My favorite part was when the security came in and I was laughing so hard because two things. Olivia, so the security comes in and they're like searching for like us, so we thought they were gonna come in the room, but there weren't any spots to hide. So Olivia is just like in this like corner of a wall, like burying her head and just hiding like on the wall. And then Coach was gonna hide behind the painting, but then he moved in front of it and just put a statue in front of his face. It was funny. I was laughing.
You were like
hard.
crying. You were laughing.
I was laughing at Olivia. This is how Olivia did. And she closed her eyes and had, if I don't see you, you can't see me. Oh, I lost it. I lost it. And Leah had fun with that too. That was a lot of fun.
How did the security come for turning off the lights though? We were
Right.
like, oh, they won't come. It's turning off the lights. It's not like we're making.
No, they
huge-
mess with us. Next.
Oh. I like the RV rides. They
Yeah?
were fun with Olivia's music and everyone was just staring at her and like taking Snapchats of it. I thought that was really fun.
Some of the dancing was fun.
Yeah.
All
All I kept hearing, because I wasn't a part of it, all I kept hearing was WADD has the radio now, and we have 15 seconds of the next song. It was funny.
Fun. Kayla.
Never mind.
Oh, you can go.
I liked how we all came together, like having so many new people this season. That was fun. Also, like Chicago was a blast, like exploring downtown and being on the pier together. And then the trip from Lexington to Indiana, me and Ashley in the car, and I'm pretty sure Tara got so annoyed with us that we were singing to her the entire time.
Everybody serenades Tara. Though.
It was great.
You know.
The speaker was right in her ear. I was holding it right in her ear. We were yelling in her ear. Pretty sure she loved it.
I know she loved it.
Our singing was amazing.
It was
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
right on point.
Yeah, it was on point.
Yeah.
I'm going to the pizza place in Chicago. That was really nice. And then I just like playing Chicago General with everyone. It was pretty. I liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a cool tournament. That's
Yeah.
probably the best tournament I've ever been to. Can't wait for next year. Yeah, next year I plan on doing Chicago and Atlanta. Both put on by the same people. Ireland.
I like how no matter like how bad something is, that we're all supportive and we came together. Like when I was down with hip surgery, they all just supported me, along with Maddie with her knee, and they just supported everybody.
Yeah, every time either one of you guys was able to show up, it was nice. Really solidified our team because you're there, and it's still your team.
I liked being downtown with everyone, walking around downtown Chicago and Indy. That was fun.
Those are cool times.
Quick interjection. So we asked you guys your favorite part of the season, and this is why I love this team, is because you guys are such a good team on the court. I mean, 31-6. It's amazing to think of that. Like at a trial, when I kept on saying, "Oh yeah, they're still undefeated, still undefeated." still undefeated. Oh, they lost one, but you know, it was just so amazing. But all of your favorite parts of the season weren't on the court. It was off the court, making memories, having fun, and that's what travel ball's about. And I've never seen a team who's that good and still their favorite parts were off the court, and it wasn't about a win or a loss or how well you're doing, or because that is that's what you're doing here on the team. But for every single one of you guys to say a memory off the court or in the RV or in a hotel, just hanging out with the team, that just shows how close you guys are, and that team chemistry shows on the court too. So
Usually when you have a team as talented as you guys are, it's a group of individual superstars that show up to play and then leave and don't hang out a lot together in between.
Well, and they don't practice together, and they
Right.
don't, yeah.
Yeah, but we practiced together, we hung together, we lived together. That RV. I was so done with that RV by the time.
you were. Oh, I was done the first night.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awful.
So.
Feeling the nature.
And thank you so much to the
Feeling
parents
nature.
this year. And multiple times I think I grabbed showers with you guys while I didn't want to shower in the RV. And you guys were so supportive this whole year with everything. And thank you so much, parents, for letting us coach your kids and letting us be a part of their lives, but also just being so supportive and helping out in any way you could all summer. So thank you. Alright.
That's it.
Trials.
Oh, tryouts are Monday. 7 to 9.
Starting anew.
7 to 9 at Prairie.
Yeah, I think we're just
6, we had 2 1-point losses out of that 31-6. We had 2 blowouts, 3 blowouts, where we got blown out. And we had 1 loss that was a come from behind, which if you look back at the entire season, most of our games we started out slow and we had to come back and win when it was a tough game or a tight game. We only had 1 game where somebody came back on us, and that one still sticks with me more than all the other games because that was on me, and I failed you guys as a coach in that game. You needed to be pumped up, and I kind of tore into you a little bit, which I shouldn't have. But that's that one game that still sticks with me for the whole year. Other than that, those 31 wins, I mean, we had a lot of blowouts where we just had a lot of fun. I remember one game, Tara sitting there on the bench, she looks over at me, she's like, I love this game. We're having so much fun right now. And we were. And if you're doing that, you're doing something right, because we did have a lot of fun this year. This was a journey of discovering who we were as a team. And we started out in April. I mean, we did really well in April too. I mean, we were undefeated in April. But still, there were some points where we didn't know what role every player was going to take. And it was fun watching girls start to understand where the role was going to be on that team, whether it was handling the ball as a primary ball handler like Olivia ended up being for us, or that sneak attack, backdoor action that Ashley was able to take care of, or Claire handling the ball at the top of the key, which nobody expected starting out the season, but she got very comfortable with as we went into it, and that was a lot of fun to watch you guys progress as a team and see where you got. So that's kind of my synopsis of the season. I'm going to get into each of you girls. We're going to have Alana talk a little bit. But first of all, when we started out 3 years ago as an organization, we kind of broke off from what team was doing, and it was a mutual decision between myself and Stace and Mark and Michelle. And there's not many people you can get into this with and have that kind of confidence that it's going to work out. And with Mark and Michelle, we don't always agree, but we share.
Amber alert.
You all right? Everybody's phone's going to go off. I'll wait. Everybody's phone's going to go off. Yeah, give it 30 seconds. All right, but we do share the same goal, and that's doing right by the kids. And I think as long as you share that goal, as long as that's why you're in this, you're going to do some good things. And we've seen some really good things happen with Pride, and I expect to see a lot more happen. One of those good things is having Megan along with us too. As a trainer and as a coach, you can't ask for more than somebody who's been there, done it, and taken it through all the steps of travel ball, of through college, and then on the other side of it, still pursuing a career in helping people like you reach your dreams. And that's admirable just to have in a person, but what she brings to it, her personality and her work ethic, and what she means to each of you, I know she's touched each of you in different ways too, and that's awesome. So thank you, Megan. And thank you, Mark and Michelle, because you guys, I mean, pride's where it's at. And we're doing the right things for the right reasons. All right, I'm going to turn over to Alana before I get into each of you guys.
I just have a couple things to say. I'm not gonna come out with this huge speech or whatever. But if you guys were watching the USA Women's Basketball semifinals, you saw that they finally had some competition against them. And the first half, it was pretty tough for them. And USA Women's Basketball have won, I think, 49 consecutive Olympic games throughout like the years. So they're undefeated. They always win gold. And they're a very, very good, talented team. And I'm about to compare you to them, but don't get big heads, because I'm not trying to say that you guys are this, but you are to me, but I want you to keep on working to get there. But honestly, they had some trouble in the first half, and I know we're a second half team, we've been that all year, but they had some good competition against them. They weren't playing very well at all. And then a lot of them weren't hitting their shots, and we've had that where some of our key shooters haven't been hitting their shots, but they've contributed in different ways and have helped them out, so that's what they did on the court. And, you know, I forget who made the analogy to Rocky, but they just kept getting hit and hit and hit. But they have such a long team, they have such a deep bench, just like us, to where they don't have just 5 starters, to where it's just like those 5 key players, they have so much talent on their team that it doesn't really matter who they go up against. And I feel like that's our team. Like, we don't have 5 starters, we don't have 5 set starters, or we don't have just like 6 or 7 girls who we play all the time, even though some games we only had 6 or 7 girls all together. But we can play our whole team, and that's just amazing to see in a team. There's not many teams out there, especially at this age level, to where everyone is at that level and everyone's ready to go at any time and contribute where they need to contribute. And they came up in the second half and really just broke away, and like we did a lot of games, and they beat them by like 40, so it was great, or they beat them by like 20, so it was great. But I feel like you guys were like that. You kept on just taking the hits, and eventually when their 5 starters from any opposing team gave out, we had fresh legs, and I'm really proud of you guys for doing that. And then, I mean, above the 31-6, which is amazing and awesome, and you guys are great players all around, and I know you'll do great things in college or however you want to continue your basketball thing. You guys are great people, and this year was so much fun. And above just the games, I had so much fun with you guys, and I felt like I was your age again, being able to go on these tournaments and hang out with you guys. And this is only my 2nd year of coaching, so it was cool to be around girls who I know that if I wasn't able to do as much coaching and just be more of like, I don't know how to explain it, be more of just there instead of making those coaching decisions, I was able to do that. And you guys are so great to be able to help me become a better coach, and I hope that I helped you become better people more than you did better players. And I'm really excited for how far you guys come. So. I'm out of
All right, so I'll start with the 2 girls who aren't here. Tara, I don't know if you know, Emily's grandmother's in the hospital. She's in pretty bad shape, so she's with her right now in the family. So our thoughts, definitely my thoughts are with her right now. And then Emily, when I think about Emily, when we needed a player shut down, Emily was our girl. I sent her off like a attack dog on some of the girls. I'm like 13 shut her down, and Emily would just not let her score. The Steen game, when we played Livingston Steen, she shut down Alexis Miller, who's a very good player, very fast player, scores a lot for Howell, does a lot for them last year and this year, and I expect her to do a lot more for them this year coming up in the next couple of years. But Emily just stopped her from scoring. She scored 2 points when Emily was guarding her the entire game, and that's saying a lot. She was able to do that consistently for us. When you have somebody like that, sometimes you take them for granted. I think a lot of times I did take Emily for granted. because I just expected so much out of her and I got so much out of her. That I didn't have to do a lot of the motivation to get her where she needed to be. Also a leader with her voice. You guys know that on the bench, on the court. She was there for you. She's a great teammate and a great person. Gonna miss her tonight, and hope everything's well with her. Maddie Carr, busy girl. She's got a lot going on. She's a 3-sport varsity athlete, and once again, she's out today, you know, and she's got a lot going on, and she was able to be there for us when she could, and produced what she could for us when she was there. All right, for the girls who are here, if you're coming back from an injury, there's a lot of ways somebody wants to come back from an injury. But to step out onto a court against a team that I used to coach for, that Mark used to coach for, that some of you girls used to play for, but to step out there after having hip surgery in March, and then 3 months off where you're frustrated, you're trying your best to stay up, but to step out onto that court within 10 seconds hit a 3 was pretty amazing and a great way to come back from an injury for Ireland. And what was even better is she got to the bench, and it was early on in the second half, and I kept telling her, we're going slow with you, we're going slow. You're going to get a couple minutes and come off. Maybe 2 minutes and come off, maybe 3 minutes and come off. I think one time I left her out there for like 4 minutes, and that was too much for me. But I kept explaining to her, we're going slow, getting you back into the swing of things. We don't want you hurt. And so in the second half, I'm like, you ready to go back out there? I said, your dad's here, because I saw him sitting in the stands, because I didn't have to do a lot of coaching that game. But she's like, yeah, but he didn't see me hit a 3. And I'm like, well, go out there and hit another one. And so I sent her back out there, and guess what she does? Within like 15 seconds, she goes right back out there and drains another 3. And so her dad could see it, and I thought that was a great way to come back. My Snapchat girl, if she's working out and she's shooting, she sends me a snap. If she's running, she sends me a snap to let me know she's working hard. Love that. Coaches love to see somebody putting in the effort and letting you know that they're working hard for it. When you talk about a positive presence, even though she couldn't be out there on the court, she was smiling for you guys and rooting you guys on. You guys know that. Love to have that presence on your bench anytime you can get it. And when she was able to be there for us, it was an awesome thing. So, thank you. Thank you, Ireland. All right. Number 3. Alana wasn't here in April, and it was tough for me to have everything going on. I was able to have a coach on the bench because Maddie was hurt. And I turned around to her, I'm like, who's going in next? I lost track of my rotations and who was the last one I put in, and Maddie had it every time for me. If you're not able to contribute physically, there's other ways you can always contribute. So just because you're limited in what you can do on the court doesn't mean you're limited in helping out your team. And she was always there for us when she could be. As my assistant coach in April, when Alana was still at school, I had Maddie on the bench, and it was awesome to have that for us. And she was a large part into that hot start we got. Another positive presence that rooting you guys on, you know that, always here for you. Our text back and forth, just awesome, always trying to keep her engaged and knowing what was going on, and the positive energy she would send back to me. It's a special relationship, and it's a lot of fun. And when she did come back, that was a scary moment, I think, for everybody out there. Glad I was able to be there for her, and can't wait to see what you do in September and beyond, kiddo. I'm looking forward to it. So, Maddie, thank you. Yeah, it's scary to be, if you think about this season and where we were and how good we were, when we have Maddie back and what we could have been this year with her, it's scary to think of how good we could have been. So I'm really looking forward to this September, looking forward to next year. Number 11. She's a lot of fun to watch. And you guys, if you've watched games, she's just a lot of fun. You see how much she enjoys the sport and embraces what's going on out there. Watched her grow in confidence and really grow and enjoying practice. Our practices are work, but we also have a lot of fun. I mean, and we get things done, but we have a lot of fun doing it too. And you could tell an athlete, you could tell somebody who wants to be out there by what they're doing in practice and how hard they're working. But on top of that, the way Tara just enjoyed practice was a lot of fun to watch. And then again, to see that translated into the game and how well she was doing in a few of our games out there was just incredible and fun. And you'd hear the coach and screaming, "I told you 11 was a shooter. I told you she was a shooter." I heard that like 2 or 3 times this year. And screaming at their kids to get out on her. She's not going low. So really fortunate, I think, for us and for her is we have the size that we do on our team. When you got 3 girls that are 6'2", a 5'11" guard can come in and be a shooting guard, which is where I see her playing in the future. And I think where she saw herself playing in the future. When I went to Macomb, Dakota to watch her play, I was texting her dad back and forth, and I think I texted you back and forth. I was sitting in the stands by myself. I didn't know who she was, and I didn't want to grab one of those sheets because I wanted to see if I sat down and watching her warm up and play, am I going to pick out which player it is that I want to play on my team? And just during warm-ups, I saw her and I said, "That's the girl. That's it. That's that girl." So, seeing you out there, seeing you play, and then able to talk to you after, I think the first thing I said was, "Where's your mom and dad?" And she's like, "Oh, they're over there." And then we started chit-chatting, and then a girl from the other team she was playing came on. And she's pretty well known, and people know, kind of who she is. And she's a pretty good player. And I told Tara that day, I said, "Don't worry, I don't recruit girls like that." Because there was some history there, and we know what's going on. So it was kind of cool to have that understanding from day one. She came in and fit a perfect role for what we needed on our team. And it was a lot of fun to coach and to be with. So thank you. Number 12, my DJ ADD. If you want to hear the first 15 seconds of every song in the world, give her the aux cord in your car. Because she will let you know the best song in the world is the first 12 seconds of every single song. And then she gets really bored with it really quick because she's scrolling through and she's another cool song that she really wants to be a part of. So if you translate that not only to listening to music but to life, she's looking for an opportunity. She's looking for an opportunity to experience something that she's really enjoying. And I really think we saw that with her on the court too. Looking for an opportunity to be something. And when I was recruiting her, pretty heavily, by the way, talking to your dad and your mom, and going to your high school games, I wasn't sure exactly which role you were going to take. Was it going to be a leadership role, or were you going to be content to kind of ride? And I didn't see you ride. I saw you take a leadership role not only in practice but in games too. And there was a lot of fun to watch that progression, to be the new girl, or one of the new girls on the team, and to take a leadership role was really special to me to watch. She was an instant presence on the team, so very comfortable. I think Olivia was so good for our team to add a little bit more fun and lightheartedness to what was going on off the court in between games and having a lot of fun. So, not only being there on the court, but off the court and being a part of this team. So, thank you. The assassin, man, to watch her progress too into this silent score that the other coach is not even looking at her, and by the end of the first half she's got 8 points, and by the end of the game she's got 16. And the other coach is like, who's doing this to us? And it's Ash. It's working that baseline cut in the back doors and being able to disappear. But more importantly, one of the funnest things to watch, and we had an opportunity down in Indianapolis in our first game. We were up by a lot. And as everybody knows what we do, we like to make the guards play posts and the posts play guards. Ashley just tormented this girl. Just tormented her. So she's playing against their point guard, but Ashley's playing on the low block. It's the 5, because I think it was like 39-8 after the first half. And so I got Ashley playing the low block, and she's just posting up hard. And Kayla and Claire and Molly are getting her the ball, and she's finishing. finishing strong too. And that girl was so mad. So, did she say anything to you?
No.
No, but she was mad. Yeah, she was pushing you two-handed in the back. I think she tried to bite you at one point. She was like clawing at your hair. Oh, man, I've never seen a girl ever. She never wants to see you again in her life. She doesn't want to hear anybody. She probably was friends with a girl named Ashley, like at her school, but she's not friends with that girl anymore because she hates you that much. But that was so much fun. But you know, as pretty and as nice and as awesome as Ashley is, when you get to know her, you know she also has a mean streak. Yeah, mean side to her. That's a lot of fun to watch come out, playing basketball, and you know some of the fun stuff we do between games and at the hotels. So, ton of fun to watch, ton of fun to coach. So thank you, Ashley. Another great season. Fancy! My fancy girl. Claire Bargon plays the 3, which not a lot of people saw at the beginning of the season. In fact, if I look from last year where she was at the end of this year, at the end of our travel season, to where she got to, specifically playing the border battle and some amazing things she did down there in Toledo, what a progression. And that's a testament to your hard work and putting the hard time in. And to see that pay off for you is everything a coach could ever want. You became a very strong player, and somebody that every coach had to know where she was at, where you were at on the court, and able to handle the ball up top. And to watch you progress into that type of player was a lot of fun. When we went scouting, because we knew we had to play the winner of these 2 teams, and we were in Indianapolis, and I think I took you, Emily, Ashley, did you go with us too, and Tara, and we went to go watch these 2 teams, and there was a timeout, and the teams go to their coaches, and there's this girl, and she's doing this during the timeout, and Claire got so mad. She's like, look at number 2. She's not even looking at her coach. And that speaks to who Claire is. She's a teammate. She's so easy to coach. She cares about the team and the process and the program. And that more than anything just solidified who she is as a person and as a player. And part of it. And that matters, because that's going to take you far. So thank you, Claire. All right, already to number 32. Leadership. When you're looking for a girl to lead by example and to lead with her voice, that's what we get out of Kayla. Really, to lead us in scoring, consistently improvement, vocal in the team huddle. If I needed some advice on what was going on out there, she's the first one I ask because she sees it all. Experienced player, and somebody I could lean on. When I came back I got done coaching Alana, and I was going to coach that next round coming up. Kayla was that first player that I was looking to make sure that I had that solid base to build a team around, and she's what I grabbed first. And this is where we're at because of that. You're a dominant leader, and it's a lot of fun to watch you grow as a player. And I can't say enough about you as a player and as a person. And it means a lot. Yeah, you might go too. I think you know that. we share a lot on and off the court. We see what's going on. Thank you. Did I say thank you, Claire? If you had a Most Improved Player award, and I don't give awards, but anybody watching what we did this year saw where Molly came from, and really, all I did was invite her to a practice. She wasn't on my team. She just came to a practice. And I said, hey, have some fun. And she did. And so I said, hey, you going to come next practice? And she said, probably. And she came. And then the next practice, I think I asked her, are you going to come to another practice? She's like, yeah. And I don't think she might have had the best experience of basketball before coming to our team, but she had the skills. She definitely had the ability and the talent to play at the level we're playing at. I think we watched her grow into the confidence to be able to play at the talent level she had and contribute to a team. And that was so much fun. So much fun. Anybody watching from where we came in April to where Molly finished up in July should just be so proud of the work and effort she put in and the growing into a basketball player, not a girl who plays basketball. And that's what I saw. And to be a coach and watch that, that's what you ask for. That's why you do this stuff, right? She has some pretty cool games, by the way, too. So when we're in the hotel and we're playing little fun games,
Yeah.
she's a lot of that. I think in Indianapolis, in Kentucky, her parents couldn't come, and she stayed with me and Emily and Alana, and she really came out of her shell, and we started to see really that personality blossom, and that was fun too. That was a whole lot of fun to watch and be a part of. So get the ball in her hands on the block and it's going. And that's who she is as a player, and that's fun to watch her grow from that post player, low post player, to be able to handle the ball and bring it down the court. Because we saw some of that too. And that was fun.
A quick thing.
Yeah.
I remember multiple times throughout the season where we would just turn to each other, what would we do without Molly?
Right.
Like, because we kept on getting more injuries and more injuries. And when he first told me, oh, we have a girl practicing with us, like, because I wasn't there yet. And then for us to be able to not just have an extra player, because you're not just in, like, that, okay, we're adding another player to the team. It's more, we have another player on the team that we can trust that fits so well with the team. We weren't expecting that, and without you, I don't know what we would have done. And it's so awesome to have that and to add that, because it's so hard to add another player after tryouts had already gone and everything. But to have that and be able to trust you with the ball, taking it down, trust you with the ball on the block, trust you getting that rebound. And it's just amazing to be able to, you blend so well with the team and the chemistry that the majority of the time, I don't even remember that you were added onto the team after tryout. So it's really awesome.
So thank you. To the parents, I can't thank you enough. This stuff doesn't happen without you. Keeping score, working the scoring table. Brian, you did a lot of that. Paul on the camera, Mike on the camera. Appreciate what you guys are doing. Mary on the camera. Everybody who was able to help out and be a little part. To just a phone call and ask me what we're doing, to even, find out where my thought process was. That helps me think through some things as we're doing it throughout the year. And that makes me a better coach too, so thank you for that. Steve Lukenbach and keeping the score. And keeping all the stats. That is so huge. Now, we have stats for the entire year for all the girls. We can look at each of the games. All the games are on YouTube, except for the last 2 games right now, and I'm downloading one of them right now, so that might be up there. So all the games are on YouTube. Everybody should subscribe to my channel. When a coach asks for game tapes, you can just send them right to that YouTube. So we'll look at the stats, and we got copies of all that, and we'll send them on out electronically. Find out your best 2-3 games, and those are the YouTube videos you're going to want to capture and send to a college coach, and send them that way. All right. And then we can look at the stats and we'll send those out to you. But for Steve to be able to do that, and I know Nancy had to do it that last week and she had a lot of help too, but every time you're able to help her out or help him out, that's huge. Steve's also one of them. How many times has he pulled any of you aside and talked to you a little bit after a game, before a game, gave you a little piece of advice here and there? He's great with that knowledge. He's able to provide that, and I thank him for that. That's been really great. Watson's opening your home. This here, you stopped the rain for us. That was awesome. Appreciate that. Right. The late night talks, sharing a beer with me. All you parents, we had a lot of fun this year. I expect that to continue. I expect to have a lot of fun in the coming years too. and definitely next year, and taking it to the next level. All right, the hardest part. So none of this happens. None of this. I would not be coaching. I would not be.
I'm turning this off.